Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Before we start, let me welcome my colleague, Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil, the interpreter to the sign language. We start our class, as always, with reviewing the plan, or in particular, we review the objectives. What are we planning to achieve at the end of this class? First, the students after this class will be able to use the verb be in the past tense. Then the student will be able also to ask questions in the past tense. Next, the student will be able to identify 19 irregular verbs. Also, the student will be able to pronounce verbs ending with ta sound, da sound, and id sound. Okay, now we are at the first unit this semester, the second semester, as we said before in our previous lesson. We start with Unit 6. The title of Unit 6 is What Was It Like? And next, inshallah, in other lessons, we are going to cover 5 other units. And today, in the previous lesson, we studied listen and discuss, the first section of this unit. And also we studied pair work, which is section number 2. Today, we are planning to study grammar, listening, and pronunciation. Okay, and in the coming classes also, in this unit, we are planning to continue studying other sections like conversation, about you, reading, writing, and we end with the project. Okay, today we will study Unit 6, as we said here. Unit 6 is under the title, What Was It Like? And our class today is on grammar, listening, and pronunciation. Okay, before we start, let's make a quick revision on our previous lesson that we studied before. We start with vocabulary first. We will give you a definition, and we will try. You will try to remember what the word is that we give you the definition, and also we give you other hints like the part of speech, like the first letter of the word, and also with a picture. Okay, visuals or some pictures that will help you to remember what the word is. We start with the first one, that is an adjective, starts with V, and it is for something that is made in the past, very old. What do you call it? Starting with V, try to remember the word. It is like this one, like this car. This car is very old, so we call it vintage. Okay, when we study the museums, there are some museums that show or that exhibit vintage cars. Okay, visit our vintage car and plane collection. Okay, this is how the word is contextualized. And now we are talking about a noun starting with D, and the definition is a reduction in the usual price. You have something, and if you want to buy something and it has a high price, sometimes they make something called what? What do you call it? Starting with D, we call it discount. Very good. So that is a discount. What's a discount? Discount is a reduction. Means we reduce the price of something in the usual from the usual price. Okay, we see it in an example here. Mark the exhibit that have students discount. Some exhibits, some museums give opportunity for students to visit this museum with low prices. So they make discounts. Here we talk about another noun. This noun starts with C. Let's read the definition together. The art of producing beautiful writing. Okay, like the Arabic beautiful writing, Kufi, like Farsi, Diwani, and other kinds of Arabic writing. What do you call it? Try to remember the word that we studied in the previous lesson. We had a museum on that, like this beautiful writing. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is written in a special writing that is called calligraphy. That is called calligraphy. The Arabic calligraphy is very beautiful, as you can see in this writing. Where can you learn about calligraphy? This is a question that we had in our previous lesson. And here we have an adjective starting with I, okay? Something that keeps your attention, attracts your attention. Okay, it starts with I. It is interesting. If you want to describe something that it attracts your attention, you say it is interesting. But when you talk about yourself, you are interested in that thing that makes you interested. Okay. So let's read it in an example like this one. It was interesting. Okay, describing something that was interesting. I really liked the football exhibit. Okay, now we move also to an exercise that we had about what we had yesterday in the previous lesson that was on the exhibits that was in museums. Let's read number 1 here. Read the clues. You will have some clues, okay, some hints, and you will try to find out which one is meant by this clue. Answer the questions. Use the words here as in the list, as you can see here. The first one is museum, mall, stadium, ticket, exhibit, and guide. Okay, we are looking for one now. Look at the explanation in this exercise and try to find out what word is meant by what we explain here. It is a place, okay? There are lots of people. People can buy or eat things there. Okay, what do you think? Which one fits here? Okay, what is it? What do you think? It is a mall. So a mall is a place and there are lots of people there in the mall and people can buy or eat things there. So it is a mall. Okay, we can use it like this. You answer like saying a mall, or you can use it in a full sentence. It is a mall. Another thing, it is a place also. There are seats for people to sit in. Okay. And here also another clue. People come here to watch a football game. What is it? Like this one. What do you call this one? We call it stadium. So we can say it is a stadium. We have 4 more left here. It is a place. There are things to see here. People can see historical things here and learn about the past. What is it? Like this one, we call it a museum. So we can say it is a museum. It is a museum. Okay, another thing here, it is a thing. It has lots of information in it. It tells what is happening around town. What is it? Like this one, to read it, to guide you to find out what place you want to reach. That is a guide. Okay. The last 2 here, number 5, it has a collection of things. It has interesting things to look at. People see and learn things. What is it? Is it ticket or exhibit? It's exhibit, as you can see here. Okay, and the last one, it is a thing. We're talking about a ticket because it is the only one left here. It is a thing. It is a paper. Okay, sometimes it is electronic. People buy it to see an exhibit or event. What is it? Like this one, it is a ticket. A ticket is a thing that allows you to be in. Okay, now as we said before, we're going to study grammar, listening, and pronunciation. Okay, in grammar, we're going to study simple past tense, the verb be, how to form be in the past form, and also the simple past tense, regular and irregular verbs. We'll have a list of verbs that are regular and some of them are irregular. Intensifiers with adjectives also we'll study today. In the listening section also we will listen for specific information from radio. You will listen to some information and you will find out which one is good and which one is not good. In the pronunciation section also you will study past tense ending, the verbs that end with D, like say sometimes pronounced as ta sound, da sound, and ed sound. Okay, we start with grammar, and when we talk about grammar, today we talk about one of the most important verbs in English, that is the verb be. Okay, the verb be here comes in different forms. Sometimes you find it in the present as am, is, are, and you can see it in the past as was and were. Okay, like this one, if you talk about these 2 persons, like you say this was a teacher, or she is a teacher, she's talking about herself, she says, I am a teacher. Okay, and in the past, she talks about something in the past, years ago, she says, I was a student. So I am a teacher, talking about now. I was a student, that was in the past. Now I'm talking about her, I say, she is a teacher. Now she is a teacher. But before, she was a student. Now she is not a student, she is a teacher. And also, if you talk about you as a student here, I say you are a student. Now you are a student. But long time ago, you were a baby. Okay, you were a baby, but now you are a student. Okay? Okay, simple past tense with be, as you can see here, sometimes we use it in the past as was, and sometimes we use it as were. Okay, now I, he, she, it, we always are always followed by was. And if you want to make it a full sentence like this one, you say, I was at home. You're talking about the past. Yesterday, last week, a year ago, or any time in the past. I was at home. You talk about another person, male person, you say he was at home. And you talk about a lady, a woman, you say she was at home. What about were? How can we use were? We use it with plural, like this one here. We were at home. We talk about myself, and with others, I say we were at home. If I talk about you as one person or more than one person, I say you were at home. And if I talk about others, I say they were at home. Okay? Sometimes you find it in the question like this one, and sometimes you find it in the negative and in affirmative. If you want to ask it as information question, you say, what did you do last weekend? If you want to talk about an action, a verb like do, okay, I do my homework. I did my homework. If I ask you about what you did yesterday, for example, I can ask like this thing. What did you do last weekend? The possible answer, I stayed at home. Look at the sentence here. The verb that is written in the red font indicates that it is in the past. But what is the thing that indicates it's in the past time in the question? That is did. Whenever you want to ask about the past events or actions, you have to, with verbs, you have to ask with did, like this one here. What did you do last weekend? I stayed home. If you want to make it negative, you can say adding not, you can say like this, I didn't stay home. Okay. Another example, where did they go on Thursday? Okay. Notice the verb here, go. It is in the base form. We don't use it in the past. Why? Because we have did here. Did is enough to indicate the tense or the time of the question. Where did they go on Thursday? They went to the beach. Okay. If I want to make it negative, okay, like this one, I can say they didn't go to the beach. Notice here how we changed the verb went into go. Why? Because here we have did. We have did in the question and in the negative form. As soon as you see did in the sentence, that means the verb after did should be followed by, or should be in the base form, like this one here. Where did you go? You notice here the verb go is in the infinitive form. They didn't go, also in the infinitive form. Yes, no questions, positive and negative. Did you, or did he, or did they like the museum? You can answer like this. Yes, I did. If somebody asks you, did you like the museum? You say, yes, I did. If you ask about somebody, did he like the museum? You can say, yes, he did. Okay, did they like the museum? Yes, they did. And if you want to make it in the negative form, using not, you can say, no, I didn't, or no, he didn't, no, they didn't, and so on. Okay, so you have to also know that there are some regular verbs and irregular verbs. That's what we are going to come to, inshallah, in our next slide. Okay, also here we have some informational questions, as we said before. If you want to use the verb be with informational question, you want to ask about a museum, for example, that you visited before. You can say, how was the museum tour? You can say, it was good. Okay, if you want to make it in the negative form, you say, it wasn't good. Okay, and also here, if you use the verb be in the past, you say, how was the guide? You can say, he was great, or if it is a female, you can say, she was great. He wasn't great if you want to make it in the negative, or you can say, she wasn't great. What were the exhibits like? Why do we use were here? Can you tell? Because we have plural subject here. What were the exhibits there? Okay, what were the exhibits like? What do you think? What is your opinion, or how the exhibits are? were, sorry, in the past. We can say they were very good. We can say also, if the negative form, they weren't very good. Yes, no questions with was and were, like this one here. Was the game exciting? You can say yes, it was. Was it exciting? Yes, it was. Or if it was not exciting, you can say no, it wasn't. Okay, no, it wasn't. Another question here, we use were. Why do we use were here? Because we are talking about more than one. So look at the question here. Were the players good? Were they good? You can answer yes, they were. They played very well, so they were good. The negative answer, you can say no, they weren't. No, they weren't good. Okay, now we move to the list of the irregular verbs that we told you about. We start with the first one here, buy. What do we mean by buy? If you pay money to get something, we call you buy. So I buy grocery every day. Yesterday, when I talk about the past, I can say I bought some groceries. Okay, so buy, bought is the past form of buy. We have regular verbs that end with ed, and we have some irregular verbs that they have to be changed, or sometimes they are the same. We'll have now 19 irregular verbs. They will be read by one of your colleagues. Let's listen to them.
Irregular past forms: buy, bought; come, came; do, did; drink, drank; drive, drove; eat, ate; feel, felt; fly, flew; get, got; give, gave; meet, met; ride, rode; see, saw; sleep, slept; spend, spent; swim, swam; take, took; win, won; write, wrote.
Okay, now we move also to exercise A, that is in your student's book. Complete the conversations, use the past tense of the verb be, then practice with a partner. What are the forms of the verb be? We said in the present, the forms are, am, is, are. But we don't want am, is, are. Why? Because we're talking about the past. So we need with either was or were. Okay? It depends on the subject. Okay? Where the football game. Do we say where was the football game or where were the football game? Now here we say where was, because we're talking about one football game. Another, the answer can be it at King Fahd Stadium. We can say like this one. This is King Fahd Stadium. We can say it was in King Fahd Stadium. Which team won? Okay, we can say like this one. Saudi Arabia won. Okay, they really much better. Okay, do we say was or were? We can say here were, because we talk about the team. A team consists of more than one, or sometimes can be also used as was. Another conversation here: where you on Thursday night? Where were you? Because we're talking about you. That the subject here is you. Okay, the answer, the possible answer can be I at a restaurant. You talk about yourself in the past, so you can say I was at a restaurant. Another question here: what the food like? You can say here what was the food like. You are asking about the food, but not the present time. You ask about food in the previous time, yesterday or last week or any time before. Okay, as here on Thursday night. The answer for that, what was the food like? You can say it was, because we're talking about it, singular, one. It was Indian and it was delicious. Okay. And here also we have to complete the conversation here. How was the exhibit? You can say also it was very interesting, but the lines to get in where. Why do we say where here? Because we have lines. We talk about lines, more than one. And in the past we use were. Okay, another exercise here. We will advise you now to to look at this exercise and do it yourself in your book. Okay, you can find it on page 58. Okay, Fahad, what were you doing yesterday? We talk about were here, and we talk about doing as a verb, and it is the right form to use do with ing. Imad answers the question here. He can say, I watched the football game between Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Belgium from 1994. Fahad asks, okay, where this is a question. How do you know that this is a question? We have a question mark at the end of the sentence, and here also we change the place of the verb be with the subject. So we say here, were there many people in the stadium? The answer can be yes, there were. Okay, so yes, it was very crowded. So we talk about the stadium, we say the stadium was very crowded. Okay, Fahad asks here about something happened in the past also. He said here, did Saudi Arabia play well? Do you use the verb here, play, with ed or without ed? Okay, excellent. We use it without ed. Why? Because we have did here. Whenever you have did, it is enough to indicate the tense, which is the past. Yes, the team, we can say, played a fantastic game. Fahad also asks another question here. When? How? If you want to ask a question, if you want to know who won, you can say like this one. Did they win the game? You talk about the team, and the answer can be yes, they won, because here we're talking about the past. This is also another question here, but you need to do it yourself. Go back to your book, try to answer this exercise, and pause the video, answer the exercise, and come back here to continue to see the model answer for this exercise. Okay, that is exercise C in your book. Here also we have the model answer for this exercise, and we move now to listening. Okay, now you're going to listen to a radio reviews. Are they good, okay, or bad? Mark the correct column. Now here we'll have a sport reporter. This is going to tell us about a sport, and also here restaurant critic. This is also about someone who will tell us about a restaurant, how good the restaurant is. Also we are going to have some cultural events, okay? And also here we have shopping advisor. Somebody will tell us about a mall and something that took place in this mall. The answers to this question, or to this listening, can be like this. This is the question here. Listen to the radio reviews. Are they good or bad? You will be advised all the time whenever you want to answer a listening exercise to look as much information as you can, to find as much information as you can. You can now, if you read the instructions here, listen to the radio review, so you know that this is going to be a radio review, okay? And you will also be able to know that the radio review is going to tell us how good or how bad things are. And what are the questions that you need to answer? Did the reporter like, okay, is he with or against the thing? Do you think he is good or bad? The first one, the football game, is it good or bad? Number two, the restaurant, is it good or bad? And also here, number three, the modern art exhibit, is it good or bad? And also the new shopping mall. Okay, let's go to the first one and listen, and we will find out at the end what it is like.
Here is our weekly roundup of the weekend's event in our town. Did you miss anything good? Listen to our reporter's opinions. Here's our sports reporter, John Everett. The tickets were expensive for an important football game between the Rovers and the Blues, and I don't think people got their money's worth. The game was very slow. I thought the players weren't very professional, and they didn't play very hard. The teams were out for an afternoon jog. Also, the referee was terrible. He stopped the play for every little thing. The final score was 1-0 for the Rovers.
Okay, we move now to the other reporter. It's clear that the reporter was not satisfied about this event. Now the reporter here is going to tell us about critic, the restaurant critic, how good the restaurant is. Let's listen.
And now, our restaurant critic, Peter Nelson. There were over 50 hungry customers at Evergreen, waiting for the new vegetarian restaurant to open its doors. It was clear that the restaurant didn't expect so many people. Some customers waited half an hour just for the server to take their order. When the food finally came, it was cold and tasteless, and there were no more daily specials after the first hour. Customers were really disappointed.
Okay, so this one also is not satisfying, and here also it is very clear that this event was not satisfying also the reporter, and here also the last one here is satisfying. So you know now how to answer the questions. Did the reporter like the football game? Did he like the football game? No, it is boring, it's not good. The restaurant, it is actually bad, it's not good. And number 3, the modern exhibit, it's not good. And the new shopping mall, and that is excellent because the reporter was satisfied about that. Okay, and by this we come to the end of our class today. Thank you for watching, and see you inshallah in our next episode.